Shalom, shalom, Israel. This your brother Naya Yaakov. Um, been a little busy lately with the transition at work and everything. Got a new shift in the morning time, so I get a little stability. So it's actually all working out pretty good for me. But I wanted to share with you all food for thought with regards to um, the things that are actually going on right now. I woke up this morning angry, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I check out the news and only to find out that another brother got killed by the cops. With his knee on the back of his head, and um, the brother ended up dying, and people literally telling him stop, move, 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 and there is something that happened as I was looking, um, as I was actually looking at this story, and the thing is, I got angry, you know, um, a little glimpse of it, because to see that constantly happening where our people are being killed and all of the chaos that's going on, and the weak defenses we have against foolishness like that, it all upsets me, because the righteous are extremely weak right now in this time of Gentile and carnal age. And I'm starting to see something, because I got angry and enough to literally start just pitching stuff and just trying to, release that anger, through extreme action and movement. And the thing is, I quickly, said to myself, I don't feel that no more. That's not a part of my nature. So, be gone. And the anger left me or whatever have you. But then when I came down to my senses, immediately, the thought came to me that I'm about to tell you all right now. This image, the one that looks like this, I'm absolutely tired of you cops. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everything happening. I'm tired of losing life. I'm tired of seeing my brothers lose their life. I'm so sick of it. White people going to the store getting their guns, black going to the store getting their guns, and just all types of crazy things are happening, and we're tired of it. We're absolutely sick of all of this trouble, absolutely sick of all this trial and tribulation, absolutely tired. I'm so sick of it. I'm tired. Look, I gotta have things to be right. Things must be right. I'm gonna make them right. I'm gonna do what I need to do. This person standing in my way, you gotta go. You understand what I'm saying? I'm tired of you. I don't want to see you no more. I'm so sick of this thing. This is the end. I'm fed up. That image right there, all of those emotions, all of those thoughts, that is a product or property of the judgment of God. And that's exactly what's getting ready to happen. You understand what I'm saying? The worldly are going to sleep right now. And as they sleep, the image is growing. It's manifesting. It's getting stronger, where spirits are wanting manifest of the nature that they've been longing to be for a long time. And if the worldly have been longing to dominate and be covetous and be all of these things, they're going to manifest what they are. And so the one who's been longing and coveting for land and for property, the nation that has been coveting and longing for land and for property, are now seizing the opportunity to try to get that land. And so war is beginning to ensue, because the judgment of God is in man. The judgment meaning that this is the spirit that is in us, that is so strong and want to manifest so much that we must do according to manifest the lust, the very thing that we lust for. And we lust to have this land. We covet to have this land. We desire to have this. We desire to have that. So it doesn't matter who we hurt, how they feel about it. We're going to go ahead and do whatever we need to do to manifest what our spirit has got to have, or what our souls have got to have, or what the abundance of our hearts have got to have. And so Judgment Day turns out not to just be one person sitting on a throne. But if God begins to judge, every single man begins the energy. See, here's the thing about energy. We all share the same energy, the one energy. And the Most High is so righteous where he is. As he moves, so does man move. And so what appears to be judgment or evil is only what we begin to manifest in ourselves. But the Most High is always in a place of love, while we are in a place of hatred and of covetousness. You understand what I'm saying? Because the true nature of love is that none can call it love who does not the deed of love. And so everyone considers the love absent from the deed a fake kind of love. And so everyone wants a love deed manifested. But if you do that same thing in hatred, where in love you seek to do the deed until it's finished, and even more if you could. And so if you feed off of the energy of hatred, if love begins to grow, hatred will also begin to grow and desire its manifest, because love only desires the very image of a loving deed within it. It only wants to do exactly what it is, draw to itself exactly what it is, more loving beings, right? And so if one is submerged in love and the other in hate, and they both get the same energy of manifest. They both get the exact same energy of manifest. They will only manifest alike and nothing more. And so all of you that are submerged in hatred, that feel that tension of this is enough. That's it. I'm final. I'm ready to move on. We're ready to make this thing happen. All of you that are sucking off of that energy, right? You see, those that are in love are going to only suck off of the same exact energy. Let's call the energy movement, because that's what it is. Movement and repose. You understand? And so men will move until they get to the end, where where at the end there stands repose. And so every man is going to move until his soul is satisfied with the manifest deed that is the image of the thing that it longed for, or that is the end that gets the soul what it wants. And so that's what everyone is going to do. When love does it, it turns out to good deeds. When hatred does it, it turns out to murder. And so when people see things like the cop kneeling on the guy's throat, everyone is at the stage of, I'm talking about even white people, black and white people too, all advocating for the sake that this is just simply wrong. And so eyes will look at the deed and see that this is simply wrong. And then spirits are constantly growing as we speak. The worldly are tormented in their sleep when they look at the bleak future that is before them. Yeah, when they used to looking at the future, it was all bright and it was all joyful. But people are seeing a very, very fearful future ahead of them. That's all the world can see right now. They used to long for the world, but now they live in fear, because the world that they once knew is no longer. And so when they look in the future, it is uncertain. And the thing is, they've been living their life for a long time already to deal with uncertainty. So that's why they get ambitious and they work for all of their money, so that they annihilate the uncertainty and unsurety and insecurity within their lives. And so men have been living to appease insecurity. But the thing is, if you look at the whole picture and you look at the whole future, and there's uncertainty in all of it, then men are going to go crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Men are going to run amok, wild. like beasts in the street. You understand what I'm saying? Because the uncertainty of the glory and the allure of the world that they once had is gone. The certainty that they had, the love for the future is all gone. And so when you take away the apple of man's eye, this world, when you take away the world, because that the world has been the apple of man's eye, and the Most High has taken that away, so that when man looks at the world, he sees a decrepit old thing. And so because he hasn't established a refuge within his mind, he can no longer look to anything higher. And so no wonder we're living like we're living right now, because we can't see anything past this life, past death. And so we end up living our lives and only for this temporary life. And then when even this temporary life has no appeal, man turns into something that he never thought that he could ever be. Because let me tell you what anger does. You ever wonder why you can't control what you do when you get angry? Why you do anything your mind thinks of when you're angry? It's because when that emotion consumes you, when it's in the presence of love, it's called zeal. When it's out of the presence of love, it's called anger. And when that energy of zeal consumes even the wicked, and when it consumes the righteous, different deeds manifest. You understand what I'm saying? Because zeal is the flame that lights the lamp. You understand? The spark that lights the lamp. To light the soul takes zeal. Zeal is the property that ignites the soul. You understand what I'm saying? And so every man will of a zeal, his soul will be ignited to make the final judgment. When man is ignited with zeal, that's judgment day. And so zeal not according to knowledge is anger. Zeal according to knowledge is love. And so every man, the igniting of that zeal, so they can't control what they do when they get angry. And so everything your mind thinks, you manifest immediately. And you wonder why. Because that flame is ignited that causes you to move and complete what you've done without thought. And anger lights that lamp too strongly. You see? Anger lights the lamp too strongly, so it blazes very strongly. And so you manifest without a single thought. But love is a meek and a mild flame that lights your lamp. And so you can process as you go. And so none of y'all, I'm speaking a mystery, right? Beyond anything y'all could really understand, right? Some of y'all who can understand me, all praises to the Most High, but I speak a mystery. And so man it's not, you know what? I doubt that it's even the sun, the reason why the earth is as hot as it is, because the stars are a fixed thing. They are only decreed to ignite things a certain way. I say that I feel like during the day, the anger, the heat that we all feel is our own heat. We're flaming up even more. And so the ones who's really causing the forest to burn is man himself, because his spirit is blazing too strongly. Right? Because he hasn't learned to live in meekness and in humility so as to keep the flame blazing to the property of life. But no, he's blazing beyond the property of life unto death, where there is no end but death. And so sickness is manifest because sickness is only a property of death. Right? And so infirmities manifest because infirmities are nothing but a property of death. And old age manifests because old age is nothing but a property of death, because man is blazing too strongly because he wants to eat of the tree of good and evil, right? And so I still continue to speak a mystery. We are the own temperature of our day. And we choose to be what we want to be. And those who remain in love are not affected by the energy of God that is in the earth, right? You don't take more than you need. Love is I'm just going to just what I need in order to light my flame of love. But anger, it takes more than the energy that they need. And so they manifest without a single thought, but they only manifest according to the property of anger and ignorance. And so I tell you this, Judgment Day isn't like a man sitting on his throne, but it is a man sitting on his throne in every man. And so in every man will begin to judge. Every man will begin to conclude. Everyone will begin to say that is it. This is enough. I am ready to move on. I'm ready to make my move on the chessboard. You understand what I'm saying? I'm ready to call it checkmate right now. And so every man is going to finally, the spirit is so grown that it's going to act and get what it desires. That's the truth about Judgment Day. And so you're going to see chaos and men running amok. You're seeing them already preparing because men can sense it without being knowledgeable of it. He can sense somehow this is the end. He can already sense it. And so his spirit will respond in certain ways, thinking that he's doing a wise thing, because according to the age that is to come, man is carnally doing a wise thing, so to protect himself. And so carnal man goes to look to protect himself, right? Because he feels the energy growing of life, right? And of movement and repose. He feels the cause and effect of everything getting ready to happen. And so the cause of man living the way in his ambitious and selfish life, the effect of that is that the man has gotten to a degree where he has feel like he's gotten to an end of all that he could ever attain in the world. And man always get tired of the same place, sitting in the same spot all day long, eating the same food all day long. Man gets sick of that. And he moves on and wants to excel to higher heights. And that's the nature that's happening worldwide. And so we're sick of sitting in the same spot. And we all want to move to a higher place. And so before this even began to manifest, you had movements going on, right? So as for sinful man to want to be acknowledged for sinful man and for what he is, right? Every man has been wanting to acknowledge that, well, that thing that you all have been doing within your spirit, wanting to acknowledge your sinful sins and calling it to an end and being accepted and known. You see, the spirit of the Most High always wants to be known for what it is. And so that same spirit is in every man. Every one of you want to be known for what you are. And though you know it not, that's what you live your life doing all day long, trying to manifest what you want to be seen as, trying to manifest what you want to be. That's what you've all been living life doing all day long. And so y'all can't understand the words I'm saying, that naturally the whole world is getting to a place where it wants to be manifested for what it is. It's going to have what it is. And so every nation is seizing other nation's property. Every man is seizing other man's property. You understand what I'm saying? It's happening even in animals. That animals are getting fed up with certain things and they're making certain moves and saying that's enough. That is it. That's the spirit of judgment coming down upon the world. And so I still continue to speak a mystery. That's fine. All I'm telling y'all is this. Get ready. You're going to start noticing yourselves making moves that you normally don't, doing things that you normally do, completing things that you normally don't complete, right? You're going to see yourself getting to a spirit of that's enough. Oh, I'm going to have it, or I'm going to move, or I'm going to have this, I'm going to do that. You're going to see yourself think it, feel it, and do it. Everything. Whatever you desire, you're going to think it, you're going to feel it, and you're immediately going to do it. And because you have not protected yourself by the word of God, you will have no net or no anchor upon which to keep yourself from doing what you want to do, because you're going to see it as right, feel it as right, know it is right because of the nature of your own mind. You're going to be fully convinced within yourself of your own deeds. And this is the mark of the beast, the mark of God also. You understand? It is the same mark that's going out, that's only going to manifest a thing for what it is. That thing is going to think, it's going to feel, and it's going to do according to its nature. And by that being the case, the overall universal mind will say that's it. That's what you are. And then when that mind speaks, it is eternal. That's what you will always be. Scary thing, I know. That's your choice. You're choosing that of your own accord. You will be what you have been seeking and desiring and writing in your own mind. You see, this world keeps you occupied with carnal jobs and ambitions and news and in all of the things, and in TVs and in pornography online and in all of these things, right? Bad, good, whatever. You're occupied with everything but learning the Most High. And to do that, you must learn yourself. So you're occupied with everything but understanding and learning yourself. And that's your choice. I have nothing to do about that. No one else have nothing to do about you. Wise men of all the ages have been warning every man to structure himself aright, because Adam was not just made, but he was formed. And the thing that truly formed Adam was the formation from within himself. And this is the inbreathing of the word of God. You see, you think that the breath came from outward in, but it came from inward out. You understand what I'm saying? And so the breath of God breathed within Adam outward. And so Adam was formed that way, not from an external property. From an internal property, Adam was formed. And so you all neglect to form yourselves from within. And you have the power and majesty to do so of your own accord. But the thing is, the spirit still fluctuates and flows according to different streams and properties. And now the property of judgment is about to ensue upon man. Where judgment is just truth. That's all it is. It's just truth. The spirit we live in must manifest in truth. And that's all judgment is you being truly what you are. And that the thing is, when you understand truth, it has a form, it has a property, it has a step-by-step list of what truly makes a thing true. You understand what I'm saying? And then truth knows that it must manifest as it is in every single facet of man's life. If he thinks it, he must feel according to that thought. And if he feels according to that thought, he also speaks according to that thought. And he doesn't just speak according to that thought and feel satisfied. No, man is satisfied when he does according to that thought. And so the soul is fed when man is satisfied with his own doings. Even dissatisfied with his own doings. That's the thing about the soul. The soul is going to feed from whatever you do. And now you all have learned how to feed your own souls. And some of you have been sitting up here feeding your souls all types of muck and all types of guck because of your sinful deeds. And so sin is only against your own soul, which anything you do in sin only turns your soul that is love into anger. And you all how do you not understand what I'm saying? But I'm going to say it anyway. So that those who do understand, if you understand, that means it's for you. If you do not, that means it's not for you. It's really just that simple. We are at the end now. And you all, when man gets close to the end, you understand, when man's back is against the wall, he makes a judgment call. And that's exactly what's getting ready to happen. All of the world is getting ready to make its own individual, man by man, nation by nation, judgment call. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the day of judgment. Y'all enjoy that. Peace, blessings, and shalom.